Hi everyone, this is Andrew Chen with AsiansOnFilm.com, and here I have director Tad Nakamura of the movie Jake Shimabukuro, Life on Four Strings. Thanks for joining us. Tell us a bit about the film.
The film is a 1 hour documentary on the ukulele virtuoso Jake Shimabukuro, and pretty much it's about kind of his rise to fame, as well as we followed him for the last 3 years, and a lot of things happened both on stage and off stage, yeah, we're just happy to be there, and luckily to catch a couple great moments on film.
Great, awesome. Now, what is the message that you want to send to your audience with this documentary?
Well, I think the main thing is I think most people who see the film, hopefully it introduces Jake to a whole new fan base. But at the same time, I think he already has a very solid, very committed fan base. So for his fans, really trying to offer them something a little bit more in depth, kind of more about his personal background. And so I think really it's about one of our premier virtuosos of our generation, but he's also Japanese American. And, I think really it's about the pureness of both him, his personality, and his music, and I think that's one of the reasons why so many people are attracted to his music.
Okay. Great, awesome. Now, he's already got a pretty big following, like you said, and so what inspired you? Are you a fan of him, that you wanted to make a movie about him?
Yeah, well, actually, I'm a fan of Jake now. I think before I made the film, yeah, I was more or less curious. But it was really up the Center for Asian American Media and Pacific Islanders and Communications. They're the producing companies, and so they actually commissioned me to do the film. The producer Don Young brought me on board. So I really, actually didn't know too much about Jake or his music before we started. But one of the things that really struck me was that here he is. When you think of virtuoso, you think of Mozart, or you think of more of a classical instrument. And one, he's considered a virtuoso being on four-string ukulele, but also two, he's a young Japanese American, Asian American man who looks like me, dresses like me, and talks like me. So I think that was one of the fascinating parts for me.
Awesome. Now, following Jake around and trying to get footage of him on tour must be difficult. What was one of the biggest hurdles you had to overcome while making this movie?
One of the biggest hurdles was just keeping up with him. Like for me, he's constantly tours. He tours 9 months out of the year, and I mean it's literally every day he has a show. And so just keeping up with his pace for even 2 weeks, I was dead tired. But another thing, this is we actually did during the production of the film is when the tsunami happened in Japan, and so we were shot there the year before, and then we also returned to Japan. 4 months after the tsunami, and so just logistically, just didn't know what the conditions were going to be, and also too, just trying to be as conscious as possible of coming into a community that had just been devastated by this natural disaster, and we're coming in with cameras, so just trying to be conscious of how we portray those people, definitely didn't want to make them look like they're victims, because they were very much trying to get their lives together. So I think that was one of probably the most difficult part logistically about shooting. You can find out all the information on lifeonfourstrings.com, and that's connected to all our social media outlets, as well as a mailing list for the DVD.
Great. Well, Tad, thank you so much for sitting down with us. Yeah,
All right,
best of luck with everything.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.